Hello, and a warm welcome back to your Fertility Counselor podcast, and with the continuation of your IVF Reset series, a space to pause, reflect, and prepare emotionally and mentally for your next step on this journey. Over the past weeks, we've moved through reflection, preparing for your appointments, and navigating hormone stimulation. I hope the content was helpful to you and that there were some takeaways. And today we arrive at a moment that many of you have been working towards: the egg retrieval, OPU oxide retrieval. I'm so excited to talk about egg retrieval today because it's one of my favorite topics. And there is so much to share about it. I'm trying to get all the ideas into a nice structure so that I can give you the best of best for today's episode. So sit back, relax, grab a cup of tea or a glass of water and enjoy. Let's begin.
Hello and a warm welcome to my podcast show, Your Fertility Counselor. I'm your host, Tanya Fessler, and together we will dive into all things fertility, offering support, expert insights, and practical evidence-based advice for anyone navigating their fertility journey. So grab a cup of tea and make yourself comfortable. Let's get started.
So as I said, the egg retrieval is one of my favorite topics because this is often a milestone. Research actually shows that the egg retrieval, along with the embryo transfer, shows the absolute highest stress factors in women and couples going through IVF programs. And so why I am so intrigued by it is because of that high stress factor, because I strongly believe that there is so much that you can mentally and emotionally prepare for this procedure in such a way that it empowers you to go through it in a much calmer and more grounded way. So egg retrieval is a milestone, as I said, a point where everything you've been doing physically and emotionally comes together. There is a date. All of a sudden, there is a date, a procedure. Maybe it's your first one. Maybe you have done many of these already. And there is this sense of this is it. And with that, there can be a build-up of expectations. So what is this about? Many women and couples describe the days leading up to egg retrieval as emotionally intense. You might notice heightened anxiety, a strong focus on numbers, because each time you go back to the clinic, the doctor or nurse will scan your ovaries and they will count the follicles. So it almost feels like a test, because there is also some expectation behind it. You may have had a friend who did IVF last month and she shared that she had 16 follicles retrieved. So clearly that number is doing something with you. Or you might have had a doctor or anyone that suggested an expected outcome. So what you are doing is, during your hormone stimulation, while your body is actually trying to absorb the additional amount and overflow of hormones into your body, you are mentally already putting yourself into that expectation, kind of like test phase. And then underneath of all of that, often sits a quiet thought. What if it's not enough? What if my eggs are not mature? If my eggs are not going to fertilize? Or if I get out of this without a single embryo? So if that resonates with you, please know this is such a common and human place to be. So It's also a lot about how to reframe that moment. Egg retrieval can easily become a moment where everything feels like it is being measured. Numbers, results, outcomes. But I want to gently offer you a different perspective. This is not a moment that defines your worth or your future. And it's not the right time and the right place to compare. Because your body is unique. Everyone has a unique body and reacts differently. Every cycle is different with the same body and the same amount of hormone stimulation. I have seen women going from 3 follicles to 10 follicles to 6 follicles, all with the same amount of hormones, same doctor, same clinic, same injections, same body. So it is one step at a time, an important one, yes, but still one step in a much bigger journey. So as this moment approaches, deeper emotions may rise to the surface. You might feel fear of disappointment, memories of past cycles, comparison with others, as I mentioned, or a need to control the outcome. You might find yourself thinking ahead already, how many eggs will they get? Will it be enough? Will they fertilize? What happens next? And your mind may start racing into the future. And believe me, our minds are really powerful. They are incredibly smart and fast. So here are some practical tips how maybe gentle anchors can help you for this phase. Number 1, come back to what is in your control. There is so much in the IVF that is outside of your control. And egg retrieval is one of those moments where that can feel very real. So gently bring your focus back to what is in your control. How you care for yourself today. How you speak to yourself. What kind of words are you using in your self-talk? How you support your body through this. You've done what you can to get there. Now it's about allowing the process to unfold. Number 2, soften the focus on numbers. This is such an important reminder. I know how hard this can be because numbers are everywhere in this process. There are statistics and numbers all throughout, but numbers don't tell the whole story. More does not always mean better. Less does not mean failure. Everybody responds differently. So if you can, try to hold the numbers lightly, not as a judgment, but simply as an information. Number 3, prepare for the emotional after. Often we focus so much on the procedure itself that we completely forget about what comes after. And what comes after is often waiting for results, waiting for updates, waiting for the next step. This space can feel quiet, uncertain, sometimes even empty after all the build-up, all disappointments. So ask yourself, what might help me in that space? A gentle distraction, perhaps? Supportive conversations? Moments of rest? You don't have to fill the waiting with worry. And guys, this is a special note to you. If you feel that your partner is exhausted coming back from the procedure, maybe you can just prepare a movie night at home with pizza or with favorite food. Just something nice to snuggle up together. Be proud of you that you made it. You made it through the procedure today. What an achievement. What a milestone. Celebrate. You've done it. It's over. So that you can then really go to bed in the evening and have that much deserved refreshing sleep. I often get a feedback from my clients saying, oh my God, I went to bed early and just slept through. I think I just felt so exhausted. Yeah, then do it. It's so important to listen to your body. And then there is this partner dynamic again. If you're going through this with a partner, you may notice that you each relate to this moment very differently. One of you may want to talk about the results immediately, and the other may need some time. One may feel hopeful, the other may be more cautious. Both are absolutely valid. You both have a voice in this, and it can help to simply acknowledge we may experience this differently, and that's okay. A gentle note on surrender. I talk about surrender every now and then, and this one feels really important to talk about this now for the egg retrieval, because egg retrieval invites something that can feel very uncomfortable: to surrender. It's not about giving up, but allowing, letting go of the need to control every outcome. Because the truth is, it is out of your control. And trusting the process, even when it feels uncertain. Trust. And that doesn't mean you won't feel fear. Of course not. Fear doesn't just disappear like that. But it simply means you don't have to let fear take over. Instead, you may even want to add a gratitude note here, because you are surrounded by experts. You have a fantastic doctor that is looking after you. You have an amazing embryologist, the nurses that are really caring. All of them are here to support you on your journey. So you may even want to take a moment and just send them some gratitude from your heart. So whatever the outcome of this step, you will meet it. You have already shown strength by being here, and this moment does not define the entire journey. Take it one step at a time. This is really an important reminder, because I know that many of my clients, especially women, are expert in thinking ahead and going in to such strong imagination that can sometimes not be the most helpful one. I'm cringing my face here as I'm saying this, because I have so many examples that I'm recalling, and I just want to give you the chance to just rewrite this and experience that shift, because you have a choice. You have a choice on how you want to experience your egg retrieval. And that is in your control. So before we close the day, let's take a moment together as always. If you can, gently place a hand on your heart or your lower belly. And then take a slow breath in and a soft breath out. And ask yourself, what am I holding on to right now that I can gently soften? And what would it feel like to trust this moment just a little more? No need to force anything, just notice. So thank you for being here with me today. In our final episode of this series, we'll move into the stage of fertilized embryos and how to find a sense of calm and steadiness in that space. Until then, be gentle with yourself. Give yourself a big pat on your shoulder and then allow things to unfold. And remember, you don't have to do this alone. I'm here for you, as always, with lots of love. Until next week, see you then. Bye for now.
Thank you for joining me on this episode of the Fertility Counselor podcast. Remember, you are not alone on this journey. If you need support or have any questions, reach out to us via email at inquiries@counselingconnects.com. Don't forget to follow us on social media at Fertility Connects. We'd love to hear from you. If you want to learn more about us and the services we offer, head to www.fertilityconnects.com. And if you're looking for support beyond fertility, visit www.counselingconnects.com. Take care, and we'll see you in the next episode.